kwa front line, kwa front line kwa kufanya kwa proclaim the message na reach very fast. They are equipped, they are wako na nini nguvu mingi, so you can send them watakimbia. But ukiona the old men nguvu yao iko chini kidogo, so they are there to guide us, na sisi tunafanya nini? Tunaenda. The other thing, kwa wakati tunaongea about youth ministry training Sabbath, it is to give us skills, to equip us with skills, to enable us know how we fellowship as youths. How do we fellowship? How do we bond our relationship together in our fellowship with Christ and one another? Naja, how do we naja each other? Do you mind about your brother? Also, how do we worship? Because worship is a celebration. Tukikuja hapa, we conduct rituals. Rituals are celebrations. And how do we conduct that? Wakati ambapo tunaongea about Christ, in our worship, do our celebrations include God, and do our mission incarnate God? So tunapata Jesus akiwa kijana, a youth, he used to fellowship. Yeah, was very humble, and he humbled himself. Tunaambiwa kwa msalaba hadi wapi? Hadi kifo. He humbled himself. And that is the youths ambao wanastahili kuwa brought up in our churches setup, so that we, as Jesus humbles himself, youth ministry seeks to come to young people where they are and offer them a sense of love, acceptance, and belonging. This enables young person to begin a family for our own value and working as a daughter on the son of Christ. This one is very important. So when you have an opportunity, when you are young, you have to do what? At least unachikamua. You participate. Now tunapata we have objectives of the Adventist youth. I think it is abbreviated as AY. Kusema hiyo jina mzuri inawe. AY. Yes. Meaning Adventist Youth Service. Adventist Youth Service. So when we talk about this Adventist Youth, it is a community like. It is a service. It is a group whereby vitu mingi zinafanywa. Na sisi ndio tunataka tuangalie vitu kidogo, so that tuone how do we move. How do we move? Like we have what we call objectives of the youth, Adventist youth, to save from sin and guide into service. To save from sin. So you are there to guide your friend, and to guide yourself. In this youth, Adventist youth, we have leaders. What are the roles of these leaders? Tunapata ya kwamba venye Adventist youth, it is a society. It is not comprised of leaders. Hapa ndo maybe hatukui like tunaelewa. It does not have one component. Like tuseme we have a youth leader, we have maybe assistant youth leader, na maybe inaishia hivyo. Na secretary treasurer vitu kama hii inaishia hivyo. No. It is beyond that. It is Adventist Youth Society, whereby these people, they have like, if I can give it some way a choir. We have a choir. Unapata kama church choir, iko na setup, iko na leader, maybe choir director, assistant choir director. We have treasury and whatever, secretary, choristers, the same case in the offices elected by the church for Adventist youth. Tunasema tukuwe na youth leader. Youth leader is the overall leader who is able to organize other youths, so that youth leader anakuwa na associate youth leader. I want you to understand better. Let us use the example here, Sabbath school. We have Sabbath school council comprised of superintendent and assistant superintendents. The same way we have a youth leader and we have the associate youth leader. We have the secretary, treasurer, chorister, we have sponsor. Now, wakati wa tunaongea about sponsor is one who not like anawasaidia kupata pesa, but is a man with a source of knowledge. Is a man who cherishes youth, who can stay compatible to the youths and feed them, guide them, show them, support them. He can support them physically, he can support them morally, spiritually, not necessarily financially. From there, when we have these offices of the Adventist Youth Society, maybe elected by the church during nominations, now they make up the executive council. In this, they need to do what? To elect as many people as. In fact, if you have a group and you want to multiply, you start from the leadership. When you have leadership, now you do what? You are train other members. So, like if you have these as front leaders, you can have now the society is mandated to do what? To choose the leaders ambao wanawasaidia kwa hata areas. Like we have devotional communication, maybe you want to meet somewhere, mission outreach, outreach leader, we have mission leader, fellowship leader, education leader, and all these offices. What I discovered now, when you have like, let's say that we have organized, we have formed a Adventist Student Society. Kuna like 10 leaders. Tukiwa na youth leader, be very sure we multiply. How? Now, these leaders will be committed. When they are committed, we can influence our friends 2 to 3, they come as members. And we do what? Now we start. The way I'm using relatively by the church choir so that you understand. Church choir, the way they meet, they communicate through their leader, that is the same way. The youth leader can be able to coordinate. They can meet and share. Na tuko na vitu mingi you can share under youth ministry. We have missions, we have rallies, we have congresses, prayer camps, seminars, crusades, trainings. Ambapo unapata kuna other sections, we have only youths, and other congregations, they include other people. When you interact with many people, you find information. And for youth leaders, what do you need? Like, when you organize your programs, the success of the youth, trainings, like here from the Zakria, hamna time labda, but you have a lot of time. It is not that we are asleep. And we need to awake. So that kazi ya Mungu imesimama. Na it will be accomplished by youth. Kanisa, tunasema kanisa. Kanisa litajengwa na. Please, let us start. Kanisa litajengwa na kina nani? Kanisa litajengwa na kina nani? Iyo. Okay. Kanisa litajengwa na kanisa litajengwa na sisi vijana. So, like youths will participate in developing what? The church. And the success That is the success formula for youth programs. It is clearly defined the purpose and objectives. When you organize to meet, do you have an objective? Unajua kuna watu wengine wanaitanisha meeting, they don't have an objective. Unafika huku mnatoka hivyo. Hata wakati mnatoka huku sasa mnaanza kuulizana tunaenda kufanya nini for sure. So like next time ukiwaita watafanya nini hawatakuja. First of all, we have objectives and we make plans. It does not come as an accident. You wake up from nowhere, you say, let us have a meeting. You plan so that you have a meeting which will be successful. Now, good programs demand time and effort. Kama wewe ni mtu ambaye you cannot program your work, itakukalia ngumu because it needs time, meaning that utatenga time yako and it needs effort. Now, this is human effort. Tuachane na hiyo Mungu amekupatia. Baadaye kuna vitu zingine they need your effort. Mungu anaingilia kati akusaidie. Because ukikuwa like you are lazy, that is how it will stop. We have what we call publicity. How do you communicate ndio watu wakuje? Kama utamake poster mzuri, kama utamake announcement mzuri uambie tutakuja kesho na tutakuja from 9:20 tumalize 11:20. Hawatakuja. So kumwambia tuko na youth ministry kesho na uja communicate time, uja communicate venue. Sasa mnaanza kusumbuana kwa wall, pigiana simu. So it must be effective also in attaching your nimesema effort, punctuality. Now you have to keep time. If it must be effective, you have to keep time. That is punctuality. Lakini mkisema mnakutana saa 3 ukuje saa 4, utafailisha. Ndio kuna leaders wa organize meeting mnakuja saa 5 wao wanakuja saa 6. Members wanakuja saa 4. So next time hatafanya hawatakuja. Participation. Give all members opportunity to participate. Because unapata like if a youth leader dominates everything, for every program it becomes boring. And by the end of the day, no witnessing done. Now I want us to refer some information from the councils on stewardship, page 24. Inasema, seeking the good of others is the way in which their truthfulness can be found. If you find something good kwa mtu, that is the true happiness. But kama wewe ni youth mwenye unataka kuangalia the weakness ya mtu, hautapenya with your plans. Let us have the mindset, okay, kitu gani yako nayo uzuri ataweza tupatia? Which type of information do we do what do we need? And youth, if you are actively participating in church activities, enemy will not defeat you. Go and do this analysis by yourself. It has been analyzed somewhere, but go and do it yourself. Like when watu ambao wanataka wakuje, they are passive Christians, like passive youth, wafike kanisani wakuwe served everything from morning to evening. You cannot participate kwa kuimba choir, you cannot participate kwa kusoma text asubuhi kwa Bible study, Bible school, hiyo Sabbath school. You cannot participate kwa kuingia hata board meeting. Ukikuwa na Bible study jioni, you cannot participate kwa kufanya nini? Kwa kumake comment. Tukiwa na kupika kwa hospitali pia uwezeenda kupika. Tukiwa na communication department wana make poster, wewe utaki hata ku make poster hata moja. Utaki kusaidia hata kitu moja. Utaki kukuja kuunganisha mitambo. And just you don't want to participate. Okay. Now, simaanishi like tufanye wote. Ama simaanishi like tusifanye, but inclusivity. Are you able to be included? We have talents and abilities. Do you use your talent and ability as a youth? Ama unangoja until you until you gani? But the other youth part that youth may work for, it is the other youth. If you are a youth, work for other youth. Work for the church and work for the fellow men. Tunataka kusoma from the book of Education, page 25 inasema, loyalty to Christ demands the faithful performance of church duties. So that the work of God in the church could be accomplished, the youth should work for the church and for those who profess to be Sabbath keepers, faithfully attending the church service of the church, the prayer meetings, and the missionary activities, helping in the Sabbath school and AY society, and participating in the ministry and participating in the missionary activities of the church. They encourage and strengthen the church. So like missions zimepangwa, you don't want to participate there, then don't say that you are. Unajua nimewambia we are youth, but we have those people that kama hawajakuwa kwa hiyo kikundi cha AY, at least they feel like I am part of the Adventist youth. What do you do? Also, nimewambia the youth may work for others. Ukisoma Fundamentals of Christian Education, page 488 inasema, Fundamentals of Christian Education, page 488, time is short, workers for Christ are limited everywhere. There should be 100 honest, faithful laborers in home and foreign mission fields. Where now there is one, the highways and the byways are yet unworked. As a youth, do you know that we have areas whereby people have not received this good message where in the past? It is your work to reach them outside there and administer to them. At times unauliza wanapatanga faida gani wanaenda mission, wanaenda outreaches, wanaenda congresses, seminars. It is all because you are careless. If you are careless, you are wanaenda ku waste time. That's not the case. Oh, that word hajawafiti nitumie sasa ni mzito kidogo. Ni wafiti. Jesus is tenderly calling today. Nataka sasa mtumie ile version mlikuwa mnataka kutumia ya kwanza. Number 5 what?